Hey guys, and welcome back to another video of Dusk of Dawn. Hope you guys are doing great today. Hope everybody's having a great week. Today at midnight is finally coming out, Ghost of Tsushima, so we'll definitely be reviewing that later on. But for now, we're going to focus on another FIFA video. The reason why I wanted to do this video is because I was thinking about it, and October 9th is supposed to be the day when FIFA 21 comes out. So basically today's topic is going to be the top 5 features that I really enjoyed about FIFA 20 and top 5 that I think they should do better. So hopefully you guys like this video, share it, subscribe, enjoy it, definitely. Leave a comment in the comment section, let me know what you guys think about it. So I'm going to start with the positive things. So first thing I really like is keeper reactions. Yes, I really like the way goalkeepers react. I think that that's something that they've done so much better over the years with the FIFAs, and to me that's great. Things that really helps you and your team to win is the goalkeeper. To me, the goalkeeper is the backbone of a team. Like, the keepers have such a great reaction, they jump right at the nick of time. The second thing I really like about FIFA is, yes, if you guys seen where I'm going with this, you might, the defending mechanism. I really like the defending mechanism simply because it's so much harder to defend, but at the same time it's so much harder to score. And I know it sounds weird, but it is. I remember when I used to play FIFA 18, FIFA 19. 19 was also pretty good, but I remember FIFA 18, the defending mechanism wasn't that good, and it was just very easy to score. And I feel like every single game it just gets better and better. The defending mechanism, the new way you adapt to defending, the way that you can see how the defenders react in their real style. For example, if you're going to defend with, let's say, Giorgio Chiellini, or you're going to defend with Bonucci. You know, I talk about those players because they're more relatable, obviously. Your players, you definitely see that they actually defend with their own style. They're not all the same. They all have their specialties. And it's becoming more clear and clear that FIFA's getting really good at developing the personalities of every single player on the pitch, and that's something that we all should give them credit for, because now it's, back then, like when you used to play, yeah, like every single player was different, like some were faster than others and, you know, whatever, but basically the dribbling style, the way that they moved, the way that they reacted to certain situations, everything was the same. Instead, nowadays, the way every single player reacts to every single situation is completely different, to each their own. Like if you send Ronaldo a corner, he's gonna react completely different than if you do it to, let's say, a guy like Messi, or, you know, that's not to say that, you know, he's better or anything. I'm not gonna spark that, you know, that situation. I'm just saying that their reaction is different, and FIFA is definitely getting very good at capturing those type of situations. So kudos for doing that. The third one I really liked, and number 3, the one that we're going to go into right now, is goal scoring. It's become so hard, so much harder. It's getting so much harder, that's what she said, in order for you to score goals. And it's awesome, because that's what makes the game fun. I mean, I'm not here for an easy win, but I really like the fact that it's really hard for you to get a goal. Like, as I said, and that ties into the first one, into the second one, the defense mechanism and the goalkeepers have such a great reaction. It's just, they're not just standing still, they're just not just, you know, certain things. Like I remember when I used to play FIFA 13 or approximately, like if you would do certain types of shots, and you could definitely, for example, score a goal. Like let's say if you were going to shoot up high, if you shot up to the corner, you know that was just a goal. Like you knew that certain keepers were weak to certain situations, but every keeper seemed the same. Nowadays, the same thing happens with the players, with the keepers. They also react the same way. Like for example, if you have Courtois as your main keeper, he has certain abilities that his arms are so long that he can actually go and reach up top. So it's not an easy goal for you to shoot up high, and they can jump right in the nick of time in order to make the save. So that's definitely one of the things that I really like, the goal scoring mechanisms. On top of this, now I got kind of lost with the goalkeeping thing. On top of this, when you see the way players shoot, for example, the way you shoot, again, I'm going to put Ronaldo because I'm trying to make it very relatable. the way Ronaldo shoots in the game is exactly the way Ronaldo shoots in real life. And you know, if you shoot another way with him, well, he's a very extraordinary player. But with players that are not so extraordinary, that are also really good, but just not that A+ level that Messi and Ronaldo are in, you could perfectly miss a shot just because you didn't shoot the way that player should have shot the goal. If you get what I'm trying to say here. So I really like that they're giving the player each their own personality in order to score, in order to shoot, how they move, how they think. So that's really awesome for me, for them to be doing that. So that to me is another good thing that we're going to talk about later on. The fourth thing that I really liked about FIFA, and I think that they're really getting really good at right now, well, obviously, I think the graphics are getting so much better. Obviously, they are focusing much more on the players that are obviously A+ players. You know, Messi, Hazard, you know, Gareth Bale, players that are definitely, you know, top league players, Neymar, Mbappe. You know, they're not going to put that much effort into other unknown players like from the Colombian league or whatever. But it's something that definitely is getting good at. The mechanism of the game itself is what I'm talking about. Not just the graphics per se, because they could look like a 3D movie or whatever, you know. But I think they've gotten the engine right, and the way to play. I think I'm not sure, but I played PES the last time I played it a year ago, and I played the demo. I play the demo every year because I like to give both games opportunities. I'm not biased to one or the other because that's not the way I like to portray myself, and that's not what I like to do. So if I'm gonna rate one game better than the other, I usually try to make sure that I play both games and I give both games an equal opportunity to do things. And I have to say that I definitely enjoy playing FIFA a lot more than when I did enjoying playing PES. So I definitely think FIFA is more enjoyable nowadays because of that. They usually have the better game engine nowadays. I still enjoy the PES, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's good, but if I'm gonna buy one a year, I definitely have to say that I'm buying FIFA over PES. And last but definitely not least, the great thing that FIFA is getting better at, and it's making the game so much more enjoyable, is going to be the licensing. And yes, I've talked about this before in the last videos, if you guys seen the videos before. The licensing to me is awesome because, especially if you like to play South American competitions like Copa Libertadores or Copa Sudamericana, it's great. It's awesome that they have that opportunity to give you, just like, for example, they wouldn't be able to give you the whole experience. What they would do is that they put South American Cup and just play like quarterfinals, and wow, you're champion. It just felt so incomplete. And nowadays you can play it, whether or not you guys like to play with it. I really highly recommend it. One, because it's definitely a different experience. I know UEFA Champions League and European football is so much better than American football, but American football just has its thing. It has its own spice, it has its own ambience, it has its own way of doing things, so it has something so special to it. And maybe I say that because I am Latin American, so maybe I am a little bit biased to it, I guess. But there's so much emotion into it, like a Copa Libertadores final, if you guys saw it, and Madrid in Spain between Boca Juniors and River Plate. Hey, you guys saw the emotion that was going into that game. You guys definitely know what I'm talking about. So that's definitely something that they really like. Those type of licensings are making the game experience so much more complete. Hopefully they can fix their licensing issues with Juventus, and they can get the Nou Camp with Barcelona, and hopefully they can add more stadiums for Latin America, because up to now they have no official stadiums for Latin America as far as I'm aware. So that's something that they can definitely do better, and that actually ties into number one, which I was about to say. More stadiums. That's what they can actually do to make the game better. We're now in the list of what they can do better, and number one is, yes, they can get more stadiums into this. And it also ties into what we said last but not least, that they were getting better with the licensing. So I'm guessing you could tie that into number one and number two. They need to get better licensing, because they're letting certain things slip away. For example, it just doesn't feel complete. Like, I know that I'm supposed to be playing the Now Camp, but I'm playing Estadio Libertador, which is like the stadium for most Spanish teams and most Latin American teams that don't have a stadium. And there are a lot of important Latin American teams that I think deserve to have their own stadium. I'm not saying any Colombian teams by no stretch of the imagination, but Boca Juniors should have La Bombonera in there, and River Plate should have a Monumental. At least, the very least, those two definitely deserve to have their own stadium in there. So that's something that they definitely have to do better. The next thing I want to tie into is the corner system. Yes, the corner system, and you guys are about to see why right here. Most corners are missed. Not every corner is going to be great, and I get that, and I completely understand that. Then they miss the corner, and they miss it badly. Like, they're not even like soccer players. These people shouldn't even be called football players. I get it, but it shouldn't be like that. I think they definitely have to do better with the system. I know they're trying to make it harder for you. That's also what she said, but it's not the case. I think that they definitely need to make the system better. The fourth situation I think that they definitely need to make it better is the reacting time. Like, look, I know the transition from, and maybe it's just me, I'm not sure, but a lot of times I feel like the transition from attacking to defending, especially when you're the one with the ball, it's just a lot of times it doesn't feel like it transitions correctly. Like, it takes a minute or two, and when you need to switch the players, whether you have it as assisted, automatic, or semi-assisted, whatever you have it in, it just doesn't feel like the switch does it immediately. And I think that they definitely need to get that better, because a lot of times I heard a lot of complaints when you do hit the button for the switch and it doesn't switch at the moment. It can cost you goals. I know it has done to me when I hit the R1 or L1 button, depending on how you guys play, in order for you to make the switch to switch players when they're attacking me, I get scored on. And I know, like, when my player's gonna react, and when it's not gonna react, then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get scored on. Well, oh well. So that's definitely number 4 that they need to get better. Fifth thing that they definitely need to get better is the glitches, because yes, that also has been a problem with me, and yes, that makes me very emotional and it makes me cry at night. No, I'm just kidding. It does not make me cry at night. I have other problems, but that's not the case. The point is, it has cost me points, it has cost me games, important games where I'm actually betting against my friends, which you should definitely not do, but you know, do you, whatever. A lot of times, for example, the other day I was actually playing with a friend of mine, and he made a long shot, and it was a nice shot. I can't say it was not, but it went straight through my keeper's hands. Like, I'm not lying. This would not even happen in PlayStation 2. So please fix this. We're in 2020. This should not be an issue right now. This should not be a problem. I think we should be way beyond this. So yes, those are the 5 things that I enjoyed the most about FIFA 20, and those are the 5 things that I definitely need to feel like they need to make it better, because they need to step their game up. I just played NBA 2K20. I've been playing it for some time now, and I definitely have to say, although different sports, and I do prefer football and soccer a lot more than I do basketball, basketball is definitely the better game. So anyways, that was my top 5, and obviously I left out career mode because I already talked about career mode in its own separate video. So I just thought that including it in this list would be just a waste of time. And obviously Ultimate Team, some people really enjoy Ultimate Team, so I don't think it was very necessary for me to go back and speak about those 2 topics. It would just be rewinding the other 2 videos that I made. So hopefully you guys really like this. I hope you enjoyed the content. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you really like it. Like I said, tonight we're going to be doing Ghost of Tsushima review. So hopefully you guys will join us. Thank you so much for the support. Leave a comment, let us know what you guys think, and see you soon.